Back on a tour today, we are going to Belfast, Giant's Causeway, and the dark hedges. Early morning again. Took Finn McCool's tour again. The chairs in the front are much better. Nice seat if you can, right behind the toilet. Great seat. About a 3-hour drive up, a little bit less. A couple of stops along the way. And we're going to bring you all the tour stops as we get to them. Well, we passed the sign that we're into Northern Ireland so quick I missed it.
You'll start to notice that quite a few things will change. The first one is that you're going to start to see a lot more of the yellow registration plates on the back of the car. Smaller here, that's meant to represent so this one has a bunch of stuff set up there. That's because they're hosting the Open.
I'm gonna lose my hat. It's windy out here. So you can see there's a sign for the Open. I guess it's the British Open, but I'm not a golf fan. I do not know. But where we wanted to walk out to really quick, see if we could see that face out there in the rock. I think you'd only see it from one angle, but it looks like a sculpted, carved rock face. Woo. A lot of wind here. Oh wow. I think the structure itself is actually whistling. That is crazy. Oh, you can see the face. So if you can see it, right about here is the nose of Finn McCool's face. So this is one out of the 2 stopovers we're gonna go to. We're also gonna, and then we'll get to Giant's Causeway. Wow, check out that castle. So this castle was heavily used in the show Game of Thrones. It's Dolce Castle, I think it is. So it's Dunluce Castle, that's the right way to say it. Or what's left of it. Now it's just a really cool looking ruin using Game of Thrones. I've never watched the whole series of Game of Thrones, so if you know what castle that is, leave it in the comments. So this is the other stop for Dunluce Castle. As you can see it much better from here. Alright, we have made it to the Giant Causeway. We're just in the parking lot area. There's a hotel here. Next to the hotel is the restroom. This really ugly building right here is the visitor center. Costs £20 to go into. And most people say it is not worth your time or your money. Especially if you're on a bus trip where you only have about 1:45, maybe 2 hours to look around. I would skip it. We're gonna spend our time walking out to the causeway. There's 2 ways to go. One way is up this grass path. It takes about 40 minutes. Let's go that way. That way we walk downhill, yeah? Or on the other side of this fence, there's like a low way to go. It only takes 20. Or you can pay £1 and take that shuttle bus right there if you're mobile impaired. Can't wait to go see it. It should be super cool. You can see like the visitor center is designed to look like it a bit. The hexagonal, sort of hexagon shaped pillars.
Look at this view. Oh my God. It's not raining.
So that's the easier path to take, I believe, along the road. And that is the official Devil's Causeway over there. But as you can see, all this igneous rock, lava rock, and it hit the ocean, it cooled in such a way, made these hexagon shapes. Or Finn McCool laid it down so he could walk to Scotland and have a fight with another giant. It's one of the two. Let's see, our Causeway Coastal parking lot, visitor center, giant Causeway Red Trail. This is the way we're going. Super easy trail to follow. Heck, unless you're gonna climb over the barbed wire, you can't get lost. A couple of turnouts for picture taking. All right, whoa, that's a crazy one. We're gonna get to the end first before we really slow up too much.
We got some beautiful views here. So this 30-40 minutes trail is great. I would recommend it. Thank you.
Absolutely beautiful walk down. This red trail hike was really nice. Just a little staircase, not too bad. But if you did have mobility issues, I would not recommend it. It was a bit muddy on the stairs.
You want a snail? A snail? Okay.
That's not all the
But on the way, we saw a lot of sheep and cows. It might be more than Switzerland, New Zealand, Scotland. All I saw on the way was sheep and cows. I'm wondering if anybody knows if the cows are good for the meat or for milk or of cheese. Now I feel like I'm in Zion. We're going left and right and left and right, and the stairs, or I would say Hawaii. Oh wow! Look at the castle. So cool. Let's go.
Well, let's see where we went. We came this way on the red trail and turned around, and we're right about here. As you can see, this is known as the Giant's Causeway, where it goes like a pier out into the ocean. That's what we're gonna go check out. So there's a couple of trails, 2 or 3 of them. And probably, even if you came here by yourself, you probably only need maybe 4 hours or 5 hours. It's a beautiful nature conserve area. I don't know. I don't know the official designation of this area. But you're out in nature. It's absolutely beautiful. You hear a bird singing in the background. The ocean on this side. It's really just beautiful out here.
There's a trail for long way to go to the water.
Yeah, people have like made their own trail. But I think this is probably a little boggy or marshy down there, I'm willing to bet. I would not want to be the one trying to go four-wheeling through this tall grass. Although there is no snakes, right? No poisonous spiders, no snakes. So we took one of those little side paths to saffron. Ooh, what is that, his foot? Is that Finn's foot left over? Sort of looks like it.
It looks like a boot.
Sort of. Just an interesting rock formation. We're gonna get going. I could have really just hung out here much longer, just exploring these rocks, playing in the tide pools. It's a beautiful, beautiful area. But our bus is leaving and the rain is chasing us away. Thankfully, it was just a short rain. Only rained for about 2-3 minutes. Long enough to get me soaking wet. Ooh, look at that terrible hair. So we're taking the blue path back. Sorry about the wind. It is crazy windy out here. So we're just walking out through the car park and it is full. There's a line of cars waiting to get in. So I say if you're gonna drive yourself, plan to be here before 12 noon. I would guess after that, you're gonna have a heck of a time trying to get into park. So they made a little rope bridge down there. That is crazy. It used to be a little fishing island. So I'm not sure if it shows on camera, but way out there in the distance, see a little mountain or a hill? That's Scotland. So you can pretty easily tell how the Vikings figured out Ireland was here. You can see it. You know that's Scotland out there, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the way there, it's Scotland. She said it, I forgot.
The dark hedges have been used. It's like one of those streets covered by trees. Really famous for a lot of the
dark hedges.
TV shows that use it, and then Belfast.
And then later we're gonna go in Belfast, like 2 hours. So we're gonna show you.
Quite a few more minutes on the coastline here. We're gonna head here. It's not too far. It's about 1 minute.
And his name was Stephen?
Stewart.
James Stewart House.
From the Scottish Stewart family, I would assume.
Yeah. A distant cousin.
So we're walking down the dark hedges lane here, and I'll tell you, it's a little disappointing. So it's cool where the trees are still standing, but there's a lot of area where they've been damaged over the years by either storms or Oh, maybe they just dying of old age. They're beautiful. These are birch trees. Originally there was 150 of them lining this lane. There's still a couple cool spots. But I feel like this is one of those Instagram spots where people take their time and take a real special picture. Right. But in reality, it's not that cool. I mean, it's cool, but
it's cool. Like right now, when if you get there, where the trees are covered with leaves.
Yeah. Just to me, it's not like a must do, I guess. Maybe if it was like dark and spooky at night. So some of the stories of the Dark Hedges is it's haunted by a ghost called the Grey Lady. People argue about who she is. Who do you think the Grey Lady is? A servant that died on the grounds, or the daughter of James Stewart? That's who people think the ghost who haunts here is.
I think it's the daughter.
Maybe. People also say that there's the Celtic Halloween. I forgot the proper name for the holiday. And on that day, the spirits come up here to party. Maybe.
Would you come here in the night?
The locals won't come here in the night, evidently, or a bunch of them won't.
I wouldn't come here in the night either, because you might be hunting. That's what the story is.
That's what the stories are.
The best view of the Dark Hedges is actually on the end. And of course it's nicer if there's nobody here, but I don't know when is that time of the day. Maybe very early in the morning or very late in the evening. Will be nobody here. Rest is all the tour buses and the people come to see Dark Hedges, so I don't blame them. We are here to see them also. So if you come here, go fast all the way to the end, because that's the nicer view. We are at the Dark Hedges and it's nice and cool here. On the end is actually better. It's a better view.
To the Belfast Giant.
We are at our last stop of the day on this bus tour. We are in Belfast. We're starting here at City Hall. The tour guide was saying that there's a nice display inside. You can actually take tours, or you can just walk around by yourself into some rooms. We have 2 hours here in Belfast, so we're going to check out City Hall, and then I think we're going to wander over to an area called Victoria Square, where there's like a shopping area. And they said you can go up to the top floor, which is like a glass dome on the top of it, and it's a really beautiful view of the city. So we'll see if we get that done or whatever else we get to go do today. A lot of beautiful stained glass in here. All of them have different memorials for people. The Right Honorable, the Lord Mayor, Alderman. This window unveiled. So one of them was dedicated to the famine, in memory of those who served. 1970 to 92. Oh, Chris again. So we went over to the Victoria Square area. Chris decided to rather go shop than go to the museum inside City Hall, which is fine. So we're gonna go over here. There's an area called the Dome. That's the glass dome on top where you get a good view of the city. So we're gonna go check that out. So here inside Victoria Square, they have an attraction called the Dome. You can take the elevator all the way to the top. It's supposed to be a great view of Belfast from up there. So we're up in the Dome. Sort of reminds me of like how some botanical gardens have hothouses, greenhouses.
Oh, we're high, like they say level 3, but I think we're more like level 5.
At least, yeah. It is a really good view of the city. Some signboards pointing out the different buildings you can see. I would assume that. Cave Hill back there in the background. So out over this way, you can see the sporting arena, SSE Arena. And you would think it would hold like a soccer team or a rugby team, but no, ice hockey team. The Belfast Giants. And the reason they decided to have an ice hockey team was because people didn't really have strong opinions about ice hockey. And what they really needed in this city was people to care a bit less about who they were and who they had pride in, I guess, after all the times between the 60s and 98 that they call the Troubles. And the Catholics and the Protestants just couldn't stop fighting with each other. So we went to Slim Chicken here. It's like a fast food chicken place in the UK. And I'll tell you what, if you're looking at this and it looks a lot like Cane's, it does look a lot like Cane's. But it's a fried chicken place, so I guess they all look the same. Let's see if it's any good though. Cane's is better. Well, unfortunately, our time doesn't really allow us to go anywhere more interesting here in Belfast. Only a quick 2-hour stop, but it's still fun to get out into the city, see the people, how they interact, what they wear, how they're dressed.
Even the girls who are going to school, it's interesting to see that they wear a uniform. And different schools, different uniform. Here they go.
It is interesting though, like we went to lunch and we had some chicken fingers, and it was like a direct knockoff of a Cane's, but a different company. It's weird, like some of them are just international brands. Other ones are of course local shops, but some of them are just direct knockoffs, even here in Northern Ireland, of stores we know in the States. So an interesting thing our tour guide said is you can't fly a flag in like downtown Belfast.
On the building.
Yeah, well on the building, I don't even think on like your private house or anywhere. And if you look, this is City Hall, and normally there's a bunch of flags. Right now there's only one, and that's because it is for Armed Services Day. But there isn't like a Union Jack flag or an Irish flag or even like the flag of Belfast up here flying. Sort of interesting.
Let me tell you something. It's not cheap. Ireland is expensive. So you have to come prepared for everything £5 and higher. Nothing less than that. So now let's go back to this building, which is a beautiful building.
So we made it back to City Hall, and once again, I love these stained glass windows. Some of them tell all sorts of stories. They all represent something. It's very cool. The famine window. It's really, really beautiful stained glass. So just reading what little I could in the short amount of time we had, really interesting history about Northern Ireland, is a lot of the end to the what they call the Troubles here was helped by the US. They worked as a negotiator between the IRA and Protestant forces, you know, the two sides, Protestants and the Catholics. And so Bill Clinton actually is really beloved up here because he's the one that brokered that ceasefire. And it's been a lasting ceasefire ever since. In fact, there's a plaque inside this building dedicated to Hillary Clinton. In 2008, she was here for the reopening of City Hall. I believe she was the head of the State Department at that time. We're just walking around the outside. This is a cool memorial. It's erected by the city of Belfast in the memory of her hero sons who made the supreme sacrifice in the Great War. Both the First World War and the Second one. This is a nice war memorial here. It's really pretty grounds here. Wish we had more time in Belfast. They have such an interesting history. I mean, it's a lot of it's dark, but they're figuring it out.
We went inside and it's beautiful also, but to see the upper levels you have to have a tour. We didn't get a tour, so we just saw just a little bit. So I recommend you to take a tour if you want to see the building inside.